am Giselle Rodriguez, here today with none other than Mr. Jagger K, the face behind one of New York's hottest facilities, not only for affordable classes, but free casting. Jagger, why don't you tell us a little bit about how this project came to fruition?
Well, which project? It had a whole website?
We have two projects, actually.
Well, we can begin with the free castings. About 4.5 years ago, I started what is known as Actors First New York. It's actorsfirstny.com. It's an online casting group, and we've grown to over 10,300 members. It began as just a way for me to help the community get some free castings. It was 1 year I directed 8 stage shows and 2 films, so I had a lot of casting notices coming through to me, and I decided to share everything with the community, and it just built into something I never thought would be this big. While others went on to charge, I kept it free. What I did branch off from that was I started teaching, and my directing turned into teaching, and I started affordableactingclasses.com. So I use Actors First New York to help advertise my classes. So while I'm giving something to the community for free, I'm also getting something back, so it's a two-way street. So it's not all give. Some people, one person called me the patron saint of castings. It's a little two-way street there, right? I'm not that much of a saint, trust me. So I decided to put the two together, and I came up with castings and the letter N, castings.com. I can't do the ampersand thing. I wouldn't even know how to do that. .com, and that's a gateway page. So when you go to the website, you can go to your right, and you can go get some free castings, and you go to your left, and you can go to the affordableactingclasses.com page. And on the website itself, you see information on photographers. Hollywood Reporter has an area on there, links to different facilities, an actors area. People promote a kind of fun little corkboard where people leave quirky, cute notes, apartment for rent, Chihuahua lost, whatever they want to do. And it's kind of really built a nice community.
Did you ever imagine it would grow into what it's grown into?
No. And it's driving me absolutely insane because this little part-time hobby has turned into a full-time job for me right now. But it's kind of weird because I feel as though I have a sense of responsibility to keep continuing it. And just recently I started expanding and hiring actual staff. Now I have staff for something that was a hobby like 2 months ago. We had our biggest week this week where we sent out over 165 castings, so we're going to break 500 easily for the first time ever, and those castings go right into your email box. Very little commercial advertising, you just get stuff about classes and maybe a photographer once a week. The sense of community is the biggest thing, because that's grown. Because I don't advertise anything. There's no advertising. I spend absolutely no money on nothing. It's one of the things I like about myself. And it's all word of mouth. People that are going on sets, they say, oh, where are you getting auditions from? Go to actorsfirstny.com. You'll get emails from jkcasting at AOL.com. This guy, Jagger K, he does all this stuff for free. And then from there, they have the options to taking classes or not. If it's not like, you haven't taken a class with me, no more free castings for you, no soup for you. And then that's kind of, kind of the vibe. And you've been on the group for a while.
I've actually gotten many jobs off of the website and the castings that have come through the website, and jobs that I love.
And I've gotten not one tip. I mean, you think you could have wrote me a note to say thank you. Or
I'm here, right?
Yes, you are. And you're absolutely adorable. So, let me tell you, this is more than enough thank you.
So now most people tend to think they have an interesting story, but you actually do.
Since I lived in the theater district, I walked around and I picked up a backstage and I looked and I saw an on-camera acting studio in the neighborhood. I went up and I told them I'd like to take classes, but I had no money and I was new. I said, could I possibly work for you? I think I was the person who started the whole sweat equity work study programs. And she goes, do you know how to run camera? And I went, yeah. 2 weeks later, I was the head tech for the studio. And it was phenomenal because I took all these classes for free because I was working the camera. So while I was building up my time credits, I was in classes 3 nights a week watching. And I learned how important it is to watch. And I fell in love with the process, the art of storytelling. And because I had no money, I just had time, and I have that blue-collar, working-class hero type work ethic. I learned how to do everything myself. I didn't have enough money for photographers, so I asked people who had a good camera to take pictures. I designed my own resumes, designed my own websites, and from there I just kept growing, and I built my network.
So diligence, perseverance, and a whole lot of faith.
Kick open the fucking doors if they shut them. It's balls to the wall. If you don't have balls to the wall, you're never going to make money in this industry. And just have confidence. Who cares if somebody doesn't like you?
You gotta have like a hustler's swagger.
You did that good. Do that again.
No.
Okay.
You got it once.
That's it? Okay. Thank God it's on tape.
So now, I think sometimes people tend to think that better quality has to be more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to take one of your classes? What makes a Jagger K class special?
Well, you got my class. Well, I like to think my personality and what I offer and my experience. I keep everything affordable because I'm a working actor. I know what it's like. You don't have to spend $500 on a class so the facility can make $10,000 after the whole room. I make money. You guys pay my bills. I don't need to extort you. The other thing is, outside of classes I teach, I have some unique classes that I think the industry needs or the actors need. I have a class that teaches specifically how to take an agent meeting. Nobody teaches that. There's some great actors out there. They get called to an agent and they don't know what to do in that agent meeting. That's part of the business, is learning how to take a meeting. I have classes that are just for on camera, meaning you just sit there and learn how to stand on camera, learn what colors to wear. Not acting on camera as much as learning how to audition on camera. I have Louise Lasser, who is a Daytime Emmy nominee, a National Board of Review winner, and she's teaching an Intro to Meisner class for about a third of the people charge, and that's to her testament because she doesn't want to overcharge actors. So I try to find what classes are needed in the industry, and that's what I offer. Because just an ongoing scene class where people show what they don't show 20 weeks in and you see the same scenes over and over again, that's great, but other places offer that. So I try to make things unique and try to keep it affordable, and it's part of giving back to the community. I'm making money still doing it. I'm just not greedy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that we should know about you, your company?
No.
I guess we're done.
Thank you.